Hey, what is up guys? My name is Ethan. Welcome back to the channel. I've been posting a full-length YouTube video every single day, and I'm doing that until the end of September. So today I'm going to show you guys how we turn my basic 128i into a flex fuel race car. To start off with this install, I, and Ryan is going to guide me on this. I'm going to take off this cover first. This is what's going to reveal all the injector plugs and anything we need to plug in. Obviously we have two bolts right here up top that are very easy to access, but there's one right under this cover that I'm gonna have to reach for. So this should be a fun one.
You can just use the impact gun.
Oh yeah, that's right. Impact gun.
Make sure it's on reverse.
Yep.
Make sure you block the camera completely.
I got this one too. That's for multi-angle.
Multi-angle, there you go.
This is awful. This is first experience working on a Beamer, and
You've been working on that for like 3 seconds, and you're already saying it's off.
So that's an option you guys have. You could take this whole cowling off and get to it way easier, but I like to struggle, so we're gonna make that fun.
Because you know, it tracks to have to remove your cabin air filter to change your spark plugs.
So, not too bad. Oh yeah. That was not that bad. A couple 8mm meters and some clips. That's not. Oh, yeah, no, we needed. There was a mystery one we didn't see.
Oh, the mystery one. Yeah, the mystery one would have been a problem.
Yeah, okay. Don't be afraid of YouTube, kids.
And obviously, this is not a DIY of how to take apart your BMW.
No, it's not. But it's just what you gotta do so you can put this amazing E85 kit on. And then we are going to put the oil cap back on so we don't get any foreign objects in the motor and break it. I didn't break anything, did I?
Probably.
That's reassuring.
See, if you're not Ethan, this doesn't take as long. Rowdy's doing all kinds of crazy stuff over there.
Did you seen that?
Man, it's possessed.
Battery thing again.
Yeah, let's just disconnect the ground. It's weird.
So these 3 clips are all broken on this end from whoever touched this last, and they were upside down. These ones were fine. These ones we fixed, and then
Fix it.
that's what I'm doing right now.
So there's kind of 2 sections to it here. There's a longer and a shorter one, so you just go front to back, basically.
Okay.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna fish this, and you can clean it up, you know, lay it out however you want. But obviously this is gonna have to go underneath here to feed up here. But your longest one is gonna go to that number 1 front cylinder. So got these injectors, put this on here. It's gonna be a tight fit. Push and rock it back and forth. It will clip in. Just like that. And you're gonna take this guy, notch on the top here, and it will clip in. It actually already clipped in this. Your clips aren't holding it very well, so
No, it's not.
it's.
We
may want to put a zip tie like on there, because if that falls out, you'll drop a cylinder. That's what's gonna happen there. So yeah, it's actually cracked. The plastic's missing right here. See
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was saying. It's missing on all of these 3. The back 3 are fine.
The zip ties aren't required, but we're fixing it basically at this point. So.
So then it goes to number 2.
Yep.
Which
They actually don't matter, but the harness is different lengths to make it easier for installation. Each run has its own processor, so it doesn't matter what cylinder it's going to, it's just processing for that cylinder.
So what is the reason for you doing it like this instead of just having it all connected
Just
on one side?
So the power is in this one too.
Okay.
It separates it out, so you kind of know that's in there, but it's just, honestly, in the manufacturing process, we have to go to a lot wider looming coming through, and so this keeps it so it doesn't, the looming's not massive. We might have got enough zip ties for the job.
Oh my god, you showed the camera. With plugging this in, is there anything that I should be looking for on this install that like maybe says this is not plugged in correctly?
I mean,
or just in the lineup of it being an inline 6.
Now, what we didn't expect to find that your clips were broken, right?
Yeah.
So when you're doing the install, let's say you didn't have any broken clips, you would push down the connectors onto the injector and you feel them click. These would be the same way. You'd kind of hear them click. You'd be good. But since yours are broken, we're going to zip tie it. So always recommend flush cuts.
Yes.
If you're going to zip tie something, flush cuts. Will save your knuckles. It'll save someone else in the future, please don't use zip ties without flush cuts.
Okay,
Gosh.
so how do we want to zip tie this?
Yeah, so there's a couple of different ways we could do this. So you could do the connector, you know, around. We could also do like a double zip tie where we put a zip tie like around this part here, and then we put another zip tie to pull that around. There you go, and then there's no burr to cut you or someone else.
Yep.
Then what you'll do is, like I said, we'll push this in place, and then you can tidy up, you know, you tuck your wiring however you best see.
Well, the nice thing is that it comes with a cover, so I can just cover it up.
Yeah, you can
As long as it's not touching anything hot, it's not going to be an issue later on. Like, that's like my big thing is. Currently right now, we have ran the injector clips into their spots and we are zip tying the connections to my main injector rail. Now the reason being is not because the kit needs it, but because these clips and this plastic right here was broken. So realistically, the first 3 are the only ones that need it, but I'm going to take the extra step and I'm just gonna make sure that this is good to go.
The fuel, you're basically done with your harness. Once you got to figure out where the brain's going to live. There's only a couple other things that you have to connect for the harness here. So one of them is ground, which is going to depend on where your brain lives. If you put it on that side, there's a ground right here, and DME ground. So that's a great place for that ground to go. And this is for your fuel sensor. That's it. You're done. Okay. The next thing is your fuel line, which is right here. So this it already has like the tool built into it. So you literally just push back on this. So we'll get a rag. I'm gonna shove it, bunch it up in there to catch the fuel. And we'll just push on that blue guy there. Let's see. And then push your line towards it. You can feel a little teeth clip in. It slides off. Now there's an adapter and a fuel line that come with the kit. This is if we're using the standard sensor. What you do is you take your fuel line, plug your adapter in. So that goes from the BMW size to the GM size. I'm gonna take our sensor and our provided fuel line. We're gonna put this towards the back of the engine. These are 2 different sizes. So one size goes to the rail. Here, click. And what we're gonna do is, it just kind of depends on where the sensor is gonna live, like what direction you want that to go. This guy will go on here. So we're gonna wanna take this loose because that's holding the fuel line right there. And we're gonna need to like basically push the fuel line back down, like so that we can hook the sensor in there. So right now, see how it's holding it like that? It would like pinch. Yeah. So if we undo that guy, I'll go grab a tool for it. You can just put your rag under there, nothing's gonna leak. All right, so now our line can move freely. And the reason I have it like that is we don't wanna kink it too bad right here.
Yeah.
So this is just kind of like, you get it to sit where it can sit. So, and that's the sensor installed. Like I said, you can put it, kind of like with the wiring, you can get it to sit wherever you want it to sit. What you can do actually at this point right now is you can start it and make sure, well you can't because this is unplugged. But we can plug that, anything you unplug like that, you can plug it back in and make sure it runs right. Is there anything else we unplugged? The temperature sensor, but I think that's just for your...
That's the inside.
Yeah, but it'll still throw a fault. It's a BMW. And then you can go ahead and start it, and we'll check for fuel leaks, and we'll check for... Obviously, it shouldn't misfire or anything, but it's everything else. There's nothing else that got unplugged, right? Now I'll check for fuel leaks if you want to fire it up. It'll take just a second longer to crank because the fuel line got emptied, so... So now at this point, we're literally just routing the wires where you want them, throwing the covers back on. And then we'll plug in the module once everything else is done. Then it's just literally plugging it in, you're good to go. There you go, that's installed. Wow. So that's literally for, like I said, that kit was developed on the 3 series, not the 1 series, but it's the same engine. So for having to kind of figure out where to put, you know, just how to get the covers and all that stuff off to fully installed, how long did that honestly take us?
Maybe an hour at that.
That's with figuring everything out.
Yeah.
Today's the day! Today is the day! We're putting my car in a dyno, baby. I'm so excited. So if you guys don't know, in the last video, we put my car in E85. But the reason why this is such a big deal that we're putting the car on the dyno is because two things. My car is not stock. There's a lot of mods that are on it that make it breathe a little better. Second, I have a bet going on with my buddy Jordan. If you don't know, his name is Monster Motoring, makes a ton of Assetto Corsa content, but he also runs an exhaust company called Symphonic Systems, and he made a bet if I can make 10 or more horsepower by just adding the flex fuel kit, he will personally fly out and build the exhaust absolutely free. So there's a lot riding on this right now. Let's go head over to the Mad Science Lab and let's go put my car on the dyno.
What do we think it's gonna make as of right now? We know it has a couple mods. It has the aftermarket intake and intake manifold. What do we think it's gonna make off of pump right now? And we know it has a tune on it.
218 to the wheel.
218?
230.
230?
I'm
Okay.
optimistic.
Okay, so me and Caden both think 230 as of right now. I'm happy with that. That's a consistent car right there.
There you go. Now we have repeatable numbers like 10 horsepower.
This feels like a 220 car, 100%. So what we need to make, so for everyone at home, we need to get 232 or higher.
Free exhaust.
Yeah, for a free exhaust.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Yes! Let's go! That's what I'm talking about!
All right, first pull I need.
Oh my god!
Let's go! I'm shaking.
You are out of injector though, my friend. Yeah. Right there at the end. So
That's all that matters. We got our number. We got our number. Let's go.
Got an exhaust?
I get an exhaust, baby. Oh man.
well, let's let it cool after the pull for a second. We'll do another pull or two, and then I would just say be done at 6,500, just because.
Okay, so right at 7 is when it's okay. Cool.
So, well over a decade. This is what we see every car that's been on this dyno. That's what we see. We did not change the tune at all. What did we do to your car?
Not
All
literally.
we did today was put E85 in it. Nothing else.
Yeah.
We didn't move the car off the dyno. The straps are the same. Everything's the same. It's actually probably a little hotter in here than when we did the gas pulls, because that was an hour ago. So, ta-da! We didn't even touch. All I did is hit run. That's it. This is all of our runs right here. This is literally all we did is put ethanol in the car and do another pull. And I'll tell you a couple things about this graph. One of them is we know his injectors are not big enough, but we can get to that later. So if we look at our numbers here, it made 221 and 222, and then 236 and 236. No tuning, nothing, just throwing ethanol in. You can see the power and torque across the entire range. So one of the things that Ethan brought up, that this wasp is trying to show us right now. I'll just grab my keyboard and move. All right. So the E85 makes more power everywhere. I know our display is kind of slightly in the way here, but literally it is making more torque on the hit. It is making more horsepower on the hit. If we come down here to our run info, our average power, the average horsepower and average torque across the entire range is significantly higher. These are all of the numbers averaged together. But it's not just peak numbers. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Right here, we made 16 more horsepower peak, and we made 18 more foot-pounds peak. It's not just about making horsepower in one spot. With E85, you're making power everywhere. And that's why I say it's the best mod you can do to your vehicle.
Thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it. I had a ton of fun making it. If you guys did like this video, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.